Now we're going to be looking at 3 different ways to solo over the Thriller's Gone. In this video, week 1, we're going to be having a look at using the pentatonic scale. All right. Week number 2, we're going to be having a look at how to add some arpeggios to that. And then on our final week, week 3, we're going to be having a look at how to do that and add some chord substitutions in there too. So at the beginning there, I played a solo just using the pentatonic scale. I was moving around a little bit there with a distorted tone. Now I'm going to play another solo. Yes, another one. You can never have too many guitar solos. And I'm going to try a different approach. This time I'm going to use a clean tone and I'm going to try and stay in 1 or 2 positions on the neck. So let's have a listen to it and then we'll break down what I'm doing. Alright, so just before we get into that solo, I'm just going to take you through the chords, just in case you don't know them. It's B minor for 4 bars, E minor for 2 bars, back to B minor for 2 bars. Then we have this turnaround which is G7, F sharp 7, and then back to B minor. Alright, so in this solo, had a clean sound and I was going for a kind of a B.B. King style thing, and I was really staying in 2 positions really. I'm staying in this position 3 of the pentatonic scale, and really the first bit of position 2 there. Okay, if you're not familiar with the scale shapes, have a look on the video on that one. So now what I'm thinking in this pentatonic idea is we've got these chord changes, you know, B minor, but I'm really ignoring them. We're just playing pentatonic clicks. So if I just round it, here's a B minor. Alright, so what I'm doing there is, as I say, I'm just ignoring the chords. We've got a B minor chord here, and then I'm going to play a phrase in this BB box here, position 3. Something like that, okay. So here's a scale. And I played just as an example, so. And I'm adding some curls on these notes, that makes it sound really good. So I'm changing the phrases there, but can you see they're all coming from this little box here. And one thing about BB's playing, which is quite interesting, he would very rarely do this. Where, can you see there I'm bending that, I'm playing that 12th fret on the B and then bending that 14th fret up to this A note here, which is in this pentatonic scale. But he would very rarely do that, B.B. King. He would rarely add vibrato on the end. He would kind of bend up the note and then add vibrato to the note he landed on. So instead of, he might play and then add kind of a little kind of curl up on that D note on the 15th fret. And then there you see he's adding a little, you know, trill, or a hammer on and pull off, I should say there. So over those chords, go to E minor, back to B. Then when we go to the G, all pentatonic. So little thing you can do there is just what I did there. Play the chord and then play a little lick. So you can try that. That makes things sound quite melodic. So that's the pentatonic idea. You can get a lot from staying in one position. You know, don't feel like in the first solo I did at the beginning of the video, I moved around a lot, but you don't have to. What B.B. King was a master of was really staying in one position. All right, so I'm just trying to milk that position for all it's worth, really. So there we go, pentatonic scale. Whilst you're ignoring the changes, you're still trying to be melodic with the changes, have some phrases, use some curls, play the chord stab to keep you in time. You know, that really helps. And it gives you some structure too. In next week's video, what we're going to have a look at is the same thing, soloing over the Thriller's Gone, but next week we're going to add some arpeggio ideas to this whole thing. So join me next week. See you then.